Welcome to my channel. Are you aware that there exists another you? Yes, another copy of you, a replica of sorts, known as the twin flame. Are you also aware that this twin flame, your other half, wherever they are living, if their life is in chaos, it will affect your life wherever you are? So let us delve into this interesting subject of twin flames from a Mayan perspective, using the Mayan text, the Chilam, Balam, and the Popol. These are the ancient teachings of the Maya, the ancient mysteries, and the teachings about the creation of man. And if you don't have a copy of this book and you want to add it to your spiritual library, it's an excellent book. The gods have a great sense of humor, and I like this updated version of the Popol. So I'm going to just share a little bit of what is in here. And just on that note, there is another book on twin flames and soulmates by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. So in Mayanism, we know that not much of their sacred texts or glyphs remained. It was all destroyed by the conquistadors, the Spanish conquistadors of long ago, who burnt all these apparently texts that belong to the devil. So we're going to bring this up so that we can have a look at it. There are the 9 books of the Chilam, Balam. Chilam, Balam, the Balam meaning Jaguar, and Chilam is the voice of the Jaguar, or as we would know, Chilam would really be a channel of the Jaguar, or channel of the gods. So there are these 9 books, or fragments of them, and then we also have the Popol, and the Popol really is text that survived from Guatemala. So just take a peep into these books from ancient times and how it relates to twin flames. So in the Mayan Book of Dawn and Life and the glories of the gods, kings and men, we learn about this in the Popol. We learn about the ancient mystery of how the gods created us, and it's absolutely fascinating. When you look in the Christian scriptures, we see that the gods say, "Let us create man in our image and in our likeness." But while I like the Mayanism, it's really pure text that's been sort of unpolluted. So the story really goes that long ago, in ancient times, the gods created man, and they created us a second time, and this also failed. So they decided they would make and mold a perfect human being, and which they did. So this time, humans were made perfect, so perfect that they were like the gods. We could see through time and space. We didn't need to go anywhere. We could realize the fullness of everything. So this shocked the gods that we were created like this, and they decided to alter us and change us. So also with the creation of man, the first man, it was a male figure, just as in the scriptures. So when we look at what the Mayan gods did, heart of sky, heart of earth, the ancient of days, sovereign plumed serpent, so they all got together and they created this new man, and it was absolutely perfect. So what they did was they split us in half, and there was a twin. So there is another exact opposite of you. So the idea of why they did this was, when we took incarnation and found ourselves on earth, we would be distracted from the truth, and through this we would always search for a partner, or we'd always be looking for our twin flame, trying to find that other half to make us complete. And in that distraction, we would forget about our true origins and the abilities and the powers that the gods had given us. And through doing this and reincarnating life after life, we would gain these experiences, and all this good experience and wisdom would go into our house not made of hands. In other words, into your superconscious mind. So this was the whole idea behind it. And then through a natural evolutionary process, we would return on the upward arc back into Godhood, discovering our true God self, that all of these powers and all of these abilities are there, and that we really were made in the image and likeness of the gods. So it is said we need to reach this higher state of being before we become aware of this. But en route of awakening and discovering who we are, before we reach that final initiation of completeness, we can still contact our twin flame. So our twin flame could be living a life in another country. Our twin flame could be in the spirit world above us, supporting us, or our twin flame could be someone that's in our life that's close to us without us even realizing who this person is. And when we look at history through the ages, there have been significant twin flames and soulmates that have supported each other through very important historical events. And this is happening now all over. So these couples normally come together to support each other.